Well, folks, I hope your new year is off to a great start. Me and Lori are still kind of on vacation-ish. We're working, but visiting family in Tennessee. So vacation-ish, we'll go with that. But Adam has made a point to let himself know this is going to be the year he embraces himself. Not in a gross way, get your mind out of the gutter. He already does that. No, he's going to take days off, and he's taken another one. I think it has to do with the fact that he needs even more of a buffer for this next trip, whatever it may be. Even though he's told us international is not happening till February, he's still kind of all over the board saying different things. He's saying now for the third time that he's booking international travel for the first time. With Adam, you really can't tell heads or tails, what's up and down, what's true, what's not. He changes it so very often. And the Woovians, of course, will simply praise him and thank him for including them. Now, one thing about it, he has been all over Instagram. I think he wants to become Instagram king in 2025, and he's going to do his best to do that. But while we've had this extra time, let's dive into his most recent video, St. Augustine. What he wanted to be a little bit of a surprise. It wasn't. He was spotted in St. Augustine, so everybody knew a day ahead of time that that's where he was going to be, almost in real time. And Adam is definitely afraid of that continuing on. So you may see quite a few off days from him, and I have to say, it's kind of nice. Of course, we know the real reason for the St. Augustine trip was a special getaway for him and his new mystery woman. Either she's still on the clock or she's the new main squeeze, as he's been hinting about. But the real reason was the Walt wax figure there in St. Augustine. And yes, this is his footage of creepily zooming in to uncomfortable levels. Walt doesn't deserve this. Even wax figure Walt.
St. Augustine, Florida, as the recording of this Tuesday, December 31st, 2024, also known as New Year's Eve, the last day, the official final day. Welcome, everyone. Adam the Woo here.
So we don't see Adam very much at all in this video. It's a much more subdued Adam, much calmer, as we've seen. This now day 2 with his mystery woman in tow with him. So he's not wanting to look quite the fool in front of her that he normally does. Maybe this is the beginning of good things going into 2025. We can only hope. But I kind of doubt it. But he is trying to put his best foot forward here. Or at least it seems that way. But don't get used to Adam being on camera, because he's not for this video.
The city gates behind me, St. Augustine. I'm here for the day. Gonna explore around, see some things, drink some coffee. Got my piping hot caffeinated beverage ready to go. This will not be the only coffee of the day. The building here is the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the USA.
Now you could kind of just stop there, or maybe give a few more seconds of a little information about it. But the question you have to ask yourself is, how much mileage can Adam get off of one sign?
Located right here in St. Augustine, USA, of course spelled with the red, white, and blue. Actually, yeah, red, white, and blue, the USA. You got the, looks like we have a bell, school bell, ringing right now, and there's someone up in the schoolhouse window, the oldest schoolhouse in the USA. That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah, it is, Adam. Pretty dang cool. I don't know why he stopped there. I liked how he mentioned the bell when he heard the bell ringing. Be like, yeah, the sky's blue, walking on the street, wearing shoes, have clothes on, I'm breathing oxygen. Just point out all the obvious things.
There's someone up in the window. Look up there on the top of the schoolhouse. Someone's up there looking out, saying, help me. Or maybe just getting their learning on. Probably just getting their learning on.
Exactly. Just getting their learning on. That's a good message to the Woovians. Stay in school, kids. So one of the things that Mr. Rowland, the editor over at Troll Patrol, has to utilize quite a bit is the variable speed function on the videos. So you can crank it up to 2 times speed on YouTube. That's how he's able to view a lot of the people that he does. I have to utilize that with Adam here. I don't know what it was about this video. It wasn't just uniquely terrible. It's St. Augustine history. It is what it is. He's reading signs, etc. Other people do that. It's not the end of the world. But it was hard to get through some of this stuff. And the fact that he goes into this schoolhouse and literally just records the entire audio presentation. And we ain't got time for that.
Wearing a dunce cap. I don't really think you go to school these days if you misbehave that the teacher will put a dunce cap on you, probably frowned upon, but yeah, that's the dunce cap. And this is press button. Count to 20 and watch Professor and Johnny come to life and tell you about school life in the early days. There it goes.
Well, well, good to see you. Welcome to the old school and to the mid-1800s. I say that because this is how the nation's oldest wooden schoolhouse looked at that time, and our clothing is of that period.
We was dressed this way in 1931 by graduates of the class of 1864 during the class reunion.
That's right, Johnny. They also decorated this little school the way they remembered it when they were here. As a matter of fact, on...
So he goes through that whole thing, and then he thanks the animatronics because, of course he does. He thanks them for their performance.
Hearing stories that they knew people that were older when they first started not using outhouses and had indoor plumbing, and people would say, why would I want to smell up and use the bathroom in my own home? Which really, it kind of makes sense. I mean, it kind of does make sense. Leave the house and take care of it outside.
I feel like Adam asks this of his house guests, his parents, everybody. When who the hell is Greg house sits for him, he has to do his business outside.
Why would you want to do that? And defecate inside.
It's also the reason he hates long plane flights. Mr. Hanky.
I don't think these were the teachers. No, this is a liberator of Peru. Well worth the $8 admission. I also got a magnet and some other souvenirs as well, but I also got my diploma.
I'm not throwing any shade. I'm proud for Adam. This genuinely might be his only diploma.
Thing about taking a guided tour, you get to learn a lot, but you don't really get to stop and see a lot of things. So I'm gonna walk over to the Wax Museum now. And I ended up signing up for the tram tour.
That bottle of Coke is 3 cents. It's 25% pure cocaine.
Yep, that's where I got the name.
Nothing is better than Adam trying to take control of the guided tour with the, yeah, that's where it's got its name.
Okay, so it really
It's the greatest
is,
advertising ever.
The Wild West of
You need a biscuit.
And the house. All right, now, I'm glad you're over there. Because when we go to the warehouse, you're going to look over here and you're going to see Mr. Cheatham.
Washing. Oh my gosh, these bubbles just came out of here. Bubbles just came out of these washing machines right there. Really good tour. She was awesome. Here's a cigar store Indian. I always like a good cigar store Indian. I always think of Jimberley at Disneyland.
We know, Adam. We know. Everything makes you think of Disney. We know.
Which is also a cigar store Indian. We're gonna make our way over the old jail.
Did you catch that one, ladies and gentlemen? We have to make our way to the old jail. Adam let one slip there. This video was completely different from his previous one, where he had both a couple instances where his mystery woman was filming him. When this one, he tried to completely act like he was by himself, but there were those telltale signs. We actually saw her legs and feet in one shot. I don't show that in this. You'll have to do your Columbo-like research skills. But then also the we, and there's another shot we'll talk about in a second.
Oh my goodness. You got a escaped inmate here. Have you escaped?
Oh no, I'm what's called a trustee.
A trustee, okay.
I'm a non-violent offender.
Okay.
Now, don't let that slight laugh from Adam fool you, because remember, he's with a lady friend this time, so he's trying to act classy, Adam. He's not the he let that go for this one. Wovians were very split on this guy. In Adam's comments section, they were kind of letting him have it and called him annoying, and they like their antics out of Adam, not so much out of pretend criminals.
Joke around. What did the 2 shotguns jail say when they got married? Let's go make some BBs.
Sorry, my friend. Even Adam didn't laugh at that one. You know what that means? Off to solitary.
Oh, trolley system, this is the oldest standing in the United States, is still used today in every jail in the United States. In fact, this jail was so far ahead of its time, they used it as a blueprint for another jail they're going to build in California. Alka-Seltzer.
When I was going through this before, I accidentally sped up Adam's laugh, and I think it sounds better for some reason. It certainly sounds funnier.
In fact, this jail was so far ahead of time, they used it as a blueprint for another jail they're going to build in California. Alka-Seltzer. 6 to 8 men. Oh, and male.
Now, this is pretty funny because he is looking directly at Woo's lady friend. He is speaking to her now.
Ma'am, this poll is not for entertainment. Folks, have yourself a great day. My name's Clarence T. You are free.
So Clarence T. could certainly read the room in that situation. It's so bizarre for Adam to take someone on a trip and say, I'm going to be filming. You're going to have to act like you're not there. Not a peep, not a sound. Stay away from windows, any kind of reflections whatsoever. Ugh.
This is how the city gates look behind this horse here. We got this pirate with his sword and the lantern. Got a train going around the top of the tracks, the top portion.
Again, Adam providing no additional information, just stating what he sees exactly.
The day, much needed. It's going to be here at St. Augustine Coffee House. St. Augustine Coffee House.
Let's say it all together, everybody. St. Augustine Coffee House.
It's very busy here in St. Augustine today.
How dare tourists be out at tourist destinations? Lord Wu is on the prowl. Leave now. Adam was spotted by an intrepid Redditor as he was enjoying the day with his family and having a bite to eat. He noticed, or his wife, I think, noticed that Adam would not move out of the way of people on the narrow streets, which definitely sounds like our Adam. Adam has a rare philosophical moment here. He decides people that are taking selfies, they're here getting footage, and a lot of weird things happen. A lot of bad things happened here.
This wall right here was used as a backdrop for the demise of many, many people who stood here, and their life ended in an instant. Just an instant with the firing squadron there.
Firing squadron? It's a firing squad, Adam. I think I'm going to have to ask for that commemorative diploma back.
And those people in no way, shape, or form thought that multiple years later, people would be standing here. This would be viewed as a tourist attraction.
I'd say you're probably right, Adam. I don't think they were thinking about that at all. They were just worried about the rifles that were pointing at them and what was going to come next. But had they known you would be vlogging this, they would have asked to be killed even sooner.
What happened at a spot, how those people felt at those moments.
Well, I've never been shot before, but I can probably say it did not feel good. Not good at all.
Made it over to the one and only oldest house.
Hey, that's ye old house to you, bub. Well, Adam reads like only Adam can read, and then he wonders if the gift shop is open. Did he check?
This stinks. It's after 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock right now. On New Year's Eve, they have closed up. Gonna head out so that the employees can do their thing.
Those pesky employees. Those 9-to-5ers, right, Adam? Ugh. Just sicken me. Sicken me, people that work for a living. Ugh. So sorry that they didn't agree to stay longer for you, Adam. They should have.
Very quaint little area down here. Who's behind me? Got some more little mannequins here, showing the homesteads, hanging the clothes up on the tree, and their old classic car alert.
Ye old classic car alert. Now, I'm showing this clip a little bit out of sequence because I forgot to show it earlier, but it's pretty hilarious the links that Adam has to go to not to show his lady friend. Again, he's pretending he's alone, but the angles that he shoots on when he gets in the trolley car are pretty funny.
40 minutes, roughly, depending on traffic. There's 22 different stops. You can hop on and hop off at any one of these 22 stops. Now, as we're going here, you'll see to your right that portable convict manly car. It's a metal. That's where Sheriff Perry put you. It's over to your right here. That's where Sheriff Perry put you if he had no more room in the jail that's behind us.
So Adam is doing everything in his power to make sure that she is not found out. He is wanting this to be properly dragged out. It would seem till February, but more and more now he's acting like he may actually go somewhere in January. You never can tell. Which in a way, you know, I'm not trying to act like that's necessarily a bad thing. Being spontaneous is what his channel should be. He shouldn't have to choreograph and say where he's going and when he's going and all that sort of thing. That's on him. He does that to build excitement, to build views, etc. He should just be able to go wherever he wants any day whatsoever. But the extent he's having to go to hide this person is pretty funny. Just say, hey, I'm with somebody. We went away for a few days. We're spending the new year together. She's not going to be on camera. That would be it. So on his day off, of course, Adam is not content just to be off. He is still posting like a madman on Instagram. Not Tampa J levels. Tampa J posts like 50 to 75 times a day on his stories. Adam's not at that level, but he's certainly gaining. I thought, why is he doing this? Is it possibly for the new lady friend, to impress her? Is it to impress the Woovians? Is it because he typically is about 2 to 3 weeks behind when it comes to be whatever's in the zeitgeist, the popular culture? I think I've figured it out, though. It's none of those things. Adam is posting about Wicked. Well, because he's trying to emulate somebody else. Yep, he is trying to be just like the sheriff. Who knew it? The sheriff is the one who Adam is trying to emulate, trying to be like. He's wanting to impress the sheriff. And if you're not following the sheriff on Instagram, you need to go do so now. So 2025 is going to be the year that Adam spends more time on himself, more time to examine these movies that he doesn't get a chance to if only he had more free time. Well, he's going to take that free time this year, folks. The fans, they don't deserve all of Adam. They deserve like 95%, but he's going to take that 5% for himself. Maybe more broomstick examinations. One can only hope. We can only hope we are deserving of something like that. So, is Adam's first international trip to Tokyo? I kind of think so. Is he going to show us his lady friend? I don't know. We don't know. Could also be Germany. I've heard a lot of you say Germany with Germo. That would make a lot of sense. Maybe too much sense for Adam. We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks so much for watching. I am Aaron with Passing Through Productions, and you've been passing through. And I hope you're having a great start to your new year.